and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is day 25 of VEDA, video every day in April. So today I'm going to go over one of the over 2,000 books that I have read. See if I can remember some things about it. Gonna do some fun pod deck questions as well as give you guys 2 recommendations for thrillers. As I said, this is day 25 of VEDA, video every day in April. If you haven't been here for a while or don't know what VEDA is, it's something that I've been doing for quite some time. This year's format has been the most fulfilling for me. I'm enjoying revisiting one of the over 2,000 books that I have read. I took all of those titles and placed them in a randomizer and was able to pull out 30 of them, well, 29 of them. And the fun part about it is that I was only able to put in the titles of the books. So I have to now rely on my memory to see if I can remember the author's name and if or what the book was about. So it's been fun revisiting those and seeing how wrong I am about some books and how right I am about some books and some of the same feelings and things like that. Then I'll talk about if I'll revisit the book as well. I'll also do some fun pod deck questions to get some viewer interaction going down in the comment section, seeing your answers, getting my answer, and going from there. And then, as I said, I have been giving book recommendations every single day for these videos, and today's topic are thrillers, which is very interesting since I don't read a lot of thrillers to start off with, but these 2 that I'm going to recommend to you, I think everyone should go check out. So let's jump into the book that I'm going to try and remember, and it is called Fire in His Embrace, which is Fire Blood Dragons number 3. This is written by, oh my God, the name is slipping my mind. Ruby Dixon. There we go. Woo! It is one of the Ruby Dixon series that I actually love more than Ice Planet Barbarians. I know. Loads of people love the Ice Planet Barbarian series, but I actually prefer this Fire Blood Dragon series, especially books 1 through, I think it's 6. I wasn't a big fan of book number 7 and actually stopped reading them after book number 7, or when I tried to read book number 7, and I believe there is either 8 or 10 books out in this series, which I need to get back into. But this book is number 3, and I want to say this one deals with sort of a Rapunzel theme. Of the overarching series theme is that it's post-apocalyptic. We have all these like demolished cities where people find, I guess you could say, shelter in, and the dragons have come through this rift in the sky, and when they do come through, they seem to become crazy until they find their mate, and then once they find their mate here on Earth, they're able to communicate with that mate and start to rebuild their vocabulary and things like that. So let's jump on over to my Goodreads to see if I have the right book in the series, which is the Rapunzel theme one. So it looks like I actually had the wrong book in this series. However, I did have the correct author, which is Ruby Dixon. It says there's only one way to tame a dragon. Emma knows this. She also knows the big golden dragon captured by her brother's biker gang is in trouble, and it's all her fault. He followed her scent, and now his life is in danger. So I gave it 4 stars. Let's see what I wrote about it. I read this back in 2019. And it was after I started instituting the Steam fans and star ratings on my book, or on my reviews. And it looks like I gave it 4 stars, gave it 4 Steam fans, enjoying this series and more with each book I read. This story was about Emma, the loner, and the dragon Zora, that she has been made to lure into the hands of an evil man. I did a specific video review for this in February of 2019 in the wrap up, and you can go check that out there. So as I stated before, I would be revisiting, or I would revisit this series. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed this book more, or I enjoyed this series more than the Ice Planet Barbarian series. But there was something that was amiss, and maybe it might have been my mood once I got further into the series. But yeah, I would definitely revisit this book because I do remember enjoying it. Pod deck question time. Question number 1 from the pod deck is, what is the weirdest thing you have seen in someone else's home? I'm not a big person to go visit other people's homes. I'm just not that person. So finding something weird, I don't know that I've ever found anything weird. No, I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything at all. Is that weird that I don't? But then again, I don't visit a lot of people's homes. So there is that. Pod deck question number 2 is, which body part do you wish you could detach and why? And that is so simple. I wish I could get rid of my stomach. And yeah, not like the stomach, the organ, but the stomach, the fat that is on top of the organ. And in that, I would hope that it would repair my core because my core is crap. So there is that. Alrighty, let's get into some thrillers that I'm going to recommend to you guys. As most of you know, I'm not a big thriller reader. However, these 2 books definitely had me on. When I think of a thriller that keeps my attention, it's definitely something that needs to be recommended. It keeps me on the edge of my seat, has twists and turns that I didn't see coming, and I thoroughly enjoy them. And the first one I'm going to tell you guys to go read is a series, and it's called This Love Hurts. And this is the first book in this series. Really kind of grabbed me and held on to me. It's about a lawyer who has a bit of an entanglement with a FBI agent who at the same time is being somewhat pursued by this serial killer. And the 3 of them are voiced loudly within this story, and it grabs you. You get to see all these different perspectives between the 3 of them and how they interact with each other and their reasonings behind things. And then the series just continues on with book number 2 and book number 3. And I was so here for this series. So here for it. Then the next book that I'm going to tell you guys to go check out is Unconventional by Aleatha Romig. And lots of people don't necessarily know this book. It's one of her novellas that are very sort of triggering. I suggested that my good friend India read this book, and she about took my head off because she was like, oh my goodness, the anxiety that came along with the beginning of this story that I didn't necessarily feel. I felt it as a thriller because we're dealing with a woman that is a newscaster. When she goes out into the parking area, she is kidnapped. And then there are some twists and turns that go along with this. Make sure that you check your own trigger warnings and content warnings and things like that, things that may be triggering to you. Go and research them before you try to pick up this book. Whew, sorry. Because there are some, and like India told me, she needed to be prepared for it. So I'm trying to prepare you, but it is definitely a thriller, and I was here for it. I was here for the story all the way. Alrighty, so that was a revisit of one of the over 2,000 books that I have read. 2 pod deck questions. What body part would you like to get rid of and why? And what is the weirdest thing you found in someone else's house? And then 2 thriller recommendations. I am sure that there are more qualified people to let you know about some thrillers, but those are 2 that I really enjoyed and think more people should go check out. I rarely hear them talked about, so go check them out and let me know what you think about them. Other than that, As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. My PayPal, my Patreon, and all my other social links are down in that description box as well. Go check me out on other social platforms to get more content. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.